Welcome back to It's Personal. It's Personal is brought to you by Gunderson Health System. I'm Chris Stauffer. Well, strokes have been in the news here recently. Luke Perry, at the age of 52, passed away suddenly from a stroke. A lot of people are a little bit surprised, not only that the actor passed away, but also due to a stroke. So many people talking about that in our region. Joining us to give us a little insight on stroke awareness is Clark Draxler, RN and Clinical Manager of Neurosciences at Gunderson Health System. Thanks for being here, Clark.
Chris, thanks for having us.
So first question has to be young people and age 52 passing away from a stroke. A lot of people think of strokes as maybe over the age of 65.
Sure. Well, current state is about a third of our stroke patients are under the age of 65. And actually, the younger population's at a greater risk for a stroke because of their functional outcomes after stroke.
Okay, talk to me about that. What does that mean?
Well, stroke's the number one cause of disability in the U.S. So think about an older guy or gal having a stroke versus a younger person who has a lot of life left to live.
Okay. So it can actually be more dangerous for a young person to have a stroke.
Yes. You're thinking more brain loss, the amount of fluid shifting in the brain, along with more brain damage.
Okay. That's kind of surprising to a lot of people, but it essentially is meaning that because the brain is more vibrant, then there's more damage. Okay, very interesting. Tell us about the warning signs and symptoms, though, of stroke.
Well, I'm sure everyone's heard the acronym BFAST. So B stands for balance, eyes, any facial drooping for F, arm or leg weakness, and typically that's one-sided or unilateral, not both sides. S is speech, so not just trouble speaking, but trouble understanding speech, and then a terrible headache. It's really important to get someone to the emergency room as fast as possible. We often refer to the slogan, time is brain.
Okay.
Neurons are dying every minute when they're not getting blood flow.
All right, so get to the emergency room as quick as possible. Call an ambulance as quickly as possible.
Call 911 and they'll get you in. The protocol's actually built to get patients in even faster if you come via EMS.
Okay. Prevention. Talk about prevention. How do you prevent a stroke?
There's not one single thing you can do to prevent a stroke. We talk a lot about secondary stroke prevention, so that's really based on your lifestyle and making healthy life choices. There's a stroke risk assessment out on the Gunderson website that you can take and review the results of that with your primary care physician.
All right. Good information. Clyde, hopefully, this information provided by you today will certainly alert some folks of the signs and symptoms of a stroke and that they'll take quick action and not sit and think whether they should take quick action,
yes.
Right?
One more plug for the quick action. There are meds and procedures you've heard about in the news right now that can help reverse those signs and symptoms. That's all time sensitive. Once the damage is done to your brain, we can't reverse that. Mm-hmm. But while your brain is, you could say, stunned and you're having some deficits, if we can get in on time, we can help reverse some of those symptoms.
As you said, time is brain. All right, Clark Draxler, RN, Gunderson Health System Neurosciences, and he's the clinical manager. Thanks for joining us. We appreciate it.